lining up to talk about you. You know, we have a company legacy of 100 years. Your legacy of 50 years is astounding. I think everybody in this room would agree that you're one of the nicest people, one of the most competent people, one of the most kindest people who've ever worked for Swindell. I've only known you for a couple of years, but I really have appreciated it. It's been an honor to work with you. Now we have next year we start the traditional convertible gift, but this year we still have the watch. So,
65 Mustang.
65 Mustang. Jim, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you very much. You know, they're lining up to speak for Jim and your son. And
Brian.
you're the son.
Yes.
I am.
Oh, your kids want to say something. Okay. I can only imagine what they might say.
I don't have anything written, but I'll try to swing it. When you're a kid, you're kind of self-absorbed and you don't really know what's going on around you except what's going on in your family. But again, it's just yourself. And I knew my dad got up when it was still dark outside. I know he left. And then I knew he would walk across the bridge in Pittsburgh and he'd walk back across the bridge in Pittsburgh and he'd come home. And he did that every single day. I cringed thinking about the time he got up in the morning to do that. And then at one point he was able to go to a different building and he could just walk in the parking lot and into the building and come back out, and it was a much easier walk for him. But again, that's about the knowledge of what I knew what was going on. But what I did know and what I'll remember forever, sorry, he never missed a softball game, diving meet, Indian princess meeting, anything going on at home. He was there and he was the best dad and taught me what hard work is and dedication. Thank you.
So I'm more the writer. I'll try to keep it brief. You might see 4 pages, but it's double spaced and big letters. So I'm going to try to keep this reasonably short because as my family can tell you, I can't tend to ramble on. I think that as kids, what we often tend to notice about our parents' jobs or careers is mostly in terms of the fun stuff that goes along with them. I'm seriously not joking, but I remember how great it was that partly because our dad was a draftsman, we had a really cool but unusual desk in our game room, complete with a high stool, hinged slope top, and all kinds of big drawers and compartments to play around in. Drawers filled with cool stuff like thick tracing paper, 3-sided ruler, T-squares of various sizes, protractors, compasses, and a multitude of templates to draw with, all kinds of shapes. And every kid in school always wanted to know where I got my awesome white erasers, encased in that trademark blue cardboard. As a kid, it was also great that for years my dad worked in what in my eyes was the big city. This meant occasional trips downtown to meet him for something after work. Maybe the circus was in town, my mom would take me and my sister through Jenkins Arcade to buy a candy treat before meeting up with my dad for the evening's events. Or maybe it was just to go and see the mysterious place where my dad spent a large part of his day. Because he worked downtown, this also meant that he'd often return home with any variety of really neat things that he purchased at an equally mysterious place called Ralph's. Sometimes it was just some sort of treat for us kids, but other times it was something that we had seen advertised on TV and figured that if anyone was able to get it, Dad would be able to find it at Ralph's. We also remember and took notice of all the fun of the company picnics. Years ago at a co-worker's house, sometimes at a grove in North Park, which always meant that a great softball game would be in the works, or in later years at Idlewild Park, the Pittsburgh Zoo,